All right, so our journey has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed this journey, and I hope that you learned valuable skills that you're going to put to use in your future studies in the MSBA program and beyond. So just a quick summary to this short course. The goal of this course was to equip you with the basic skills to use the Python language for data analysis workflows. So we learned the basics of the Python programming language, and we learned how to use the Python language within the Jupyter Notebook environment, which is a very popular environment for data science and machine learning workflows. We have also learned about the basic data structures such as lists and sets, which are useful for storing and processing data. We learned a couple of constructs used for processing data stored in these structures, such as loops and comprehensions. And we learned a bit about text manipulation using str and regular expression functions. And at the end, we learned about the pandas data frame and series data structures, which even give us more flexibility loading and processing data from different data sources. We put together these skills in the data analysis exercise, which I hope you have taken a stab at and looked at the published solution. Before we end this course, I just want to talk a bit about the couple of things that you need to do. First, make sure that you have submitted the quizzes and the drills for all of these sessions. So as a reminder, in each session, you had a quiz, a topic quiz to test your knowledge, and also a quick exercise called the drill. That exercise you needed to submit to the submission Dropbox as well as declare that you have submitted it using the self-assessment tool. As a reminder, whenever you finish that self-assessment and also the topic quiz, the grade will update in your grades. So again, if you have done these, please go and double check that everything is submitted. You can go to grades up here and just double check that your grades are updated accordingly. If not, just take a look at the remaining items and just finish them if you intend to. In addition to these items, we have two other deliverables at the end of the course. There is an exit quiz, and this quiz will take a bit more time than the topic quizzes. This quiz is lengthier, and it's going to be in a closed format, so you need to use the lockdown browser, which if you don't have, is going to ask you to install at the beginning of this quiz. Once the quiz starts, you'll have 30 minutes to finish the quiz. In addition to this exit quiz, we have a course project. This course project is similar in essence to the data analysis exercise, except that the solution is not posted for your reference. So the code and data files are attached to this assignment Dropbox. Once you click on the assignment Dropbox, you'll be able to access these files. You need to download these files, run the code, and you also have the ability to test the code with a tester, which I highly recommend simply because I'm going to use the same tester to test your submissions. So in contrast to the code drills, I'm going to assess your submission using the code tester, and the course project has a substantial grade point associated to it. Let's take a look. I have downloaded here the starting notebook of the project. There is a set of instructions that I'm not going to go over it. Please read it in detail. The main important one is that you need to assign results to the test variables, very much like you did in the code drills, for the tester to be able to test it. Also, don't forget to run the code in the setup portion of the notebook. There's also a description of the dataset and how we loaded this dataset into the notebook. Again, read this in detail, but do not change any cell in the setup place. Your work has to be in this part of the notebook. Okay? At the end of the notebook, you have the tests, but you also have access to the correct answer if you click on the solution key. So the solution key you can also find in the same Dropbox on ELC. For example, if you click on the course project here, This is going to give you both the starting notebook, which I have downloaded and I'm working on it, the solution key, which is a picture containing the solution key, and also the data file, which you also need to download and place in the same place, same folder where you put this notebook file. Okay, so once you're done working with this file, you can go ahead and upload it to the tester. For example, here, I went to the tester and I'm going to go to the MSBA Python Bootcamp and I'm going to select the course project. So here is going to give you the option of uploading the file. So I'm going to put this here and upload the file to the tester. So I'm going to put the starting file and upload. Now this is going to take a while, and obviously I haven't done anything in this notebook, so unsurprisingly I'm not gonna get a grade. My grade will be 0 because I haven't answered any of these questions yet. Okay, but the tester also gives you the correct answer. So for example, and as a bonus of you watching this video, I'm going to solve the first question, which is asking us about how many records does the data contain. And the data has been loaded into this list called data. So to answer this question, I need to figure out how to calculate the length of the list, which is done by using the len length function, 1000. Don't forget to assign this to the test variable. That's important, otherwise the tester is not going to be able to test your code. Right? If you run this part, it's going to be 1000. So what I can do here, if I want to test my code, is to save. And once this notebook is saved, I can go back to the tester here. And then I can upload again. There is no need if you're uploading the same file to click choose file, so I can just hit upload. And that's going to upload the newest version of the file and test it. And you can see here that I've got 10%. Okay, so that's the idea. Obviously, in my case, I have solved that question. So at the end of this journey, hopefully, once you upload your file, you're gonna get, 100% or close to that. That's at least my hope. Okay, and once you're done, you need to submit your work to this assignment Dropbox on ELC. That's very important because the notebook tester is not a submission environment. You need to submit to ELC. So the way to do this, and I'm going to switch to a student view since right now I am logging to ELC as an instructor. Now, if I go to this assignment Dropbox, the course project, I will have the option of submitting my work. So let's say this is you finishing your work. Obviously rename the notebook with your student ID as instructed, and then go ahead and upload that, for example, your work here to ELC. Okay, and hit on open and click upload. You can leave me any comments if you wish, and don't forget to click the submission button. Okay, so again, this is very important for me to have the submissions very much like all of the code drill assignment Dropboxes. All right, so that's the end of the course. Don't hesitate to ask me questions if needed, and I hope our journey will resume soon enough when I see you in further courses in your program. It was a pleasure having you, even online, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in person.